Greetings, this is July 8th, Thursday, and it's about 9 p.m. It'll take about an hour for this to process, and then it comes out on YouTube about an hour and a half afterwards. This is an image that was sent to me by my dear mother. She said, "Look at this," and I said, "What did you do? Did you put new finish on the deck?" And she said, "No, it's rain." She's in the Okanagan, and they have been waiting for rain, and it finally arrived. We've jumped over to a screen from Windy, and it's got some pretty cool features. Over on the right hand side, some drop down layers. We can see rain and lightning in the area where that might be occurring. And around the Okanagan, they got about 3 millimeters of rain, and up to the south of Kamloops, it looks like they're getting about 10 millimeters. So it's been turbulent. The weather has caused various thunderstorms, lightning storms. They're moving around, especially in the South Caribou. And we can go around and take a look. But first, let's look at a screen sent from a viewer very kindly. It shows lightning in the Interlakes area. This looks like an app called My Lightning Tracker. I'm not familiar with it, but it does show a band of lightning moving from top to bottom to the east of Bridge Lake. So if you are in the Bridge Lake area, just be wary of any smoke plumes and potential smoldering that could turn into a spot fire to the north, to the east, and to the southeast. It also looks like there could be lightning strikes towards the south end of Lac des Roches. There's a lightning monitor in the links below, and please check the links to BC Wildfire so that you can find out the status of wildfires in your area. We've now jumped to a screen looking at Magna Bay, that's just west of Anglemont in the Shuswap. This caught my attention earlier today because a MODIS hotspot popped up on the infrared, and I just wanted to take a look at it. Now realize this spot or this square indicates a 750 meter area, and it does not mean that that square is being consumed by fire. It just means that heat was detected within that area. I didn't see notice for this on BC Wildfire, but I'll check back when the infrared updates. It's usually about 2 a.m. when I get the 6 hours prior. Now we're jumping north up to Tweedsmuir Provincial Park. This is just south around Hotnarco Lake. I've been watching this hotspot develop into a bit of a fire. It's just to the northeast side of the lake, and this is south of Highway 24, so that may be generating smoke in the area. We're looking at two infrared systems, both the MODIS and the VWIRS, so that's two sets of data overlaid. We're zooming out now and moving a little bit north. We can see a fire just to the left of center of the screen. That's at Chief Lewis Lake, and it's to the southwest of the lake. There's quite a cluster of infrared, and again, that's two sets of data overlaid. This is a densely forested area with not a lot of access, so if you're in that region, you're in that area, you want to make sure of your access routes, and the winds appear to be prevailing from the west, and these fire perimeters appear to be moving eastward. We can see that fire behavior on a larger scale to the right of this image. That's the fire to the northeast of the Nechako Reservoir. It's already above 6,000 hectares, and it's been moving eastward fairly consistently. There's two sets of data overlaid, the MODIS and the VWIRS, and if we zoom out and take a look at the map, you can see it's south of Highway 16 and pretty much directly south of Fraser Lake. This fire is causing a lot of smoke, and that's rolling all the way to Prince George, and then it veers northeastward. So a lot of smoke, a lot of obscured visibility coming off of this fire. Also, just south of Highway 16, about halfway between Burns Lake and Houston, there's a fire at a place called Broman Lake. It's to the south of Highway 16, and it's showing a cluster of random infrared. It does look like there are some controlled diagonal infrared in there, and this is where you might want to take a look at DriveBC, watch for road conditions in the area. And I checked a cam there at 6 Mile Hill. Very pretty scene, but unfortunately it's looking the other direction, so we can't see any plumes coming off of this. But do check out DriveBC and check out the webcams, because sometimes you can get a look on the ground and what's happening and what the visibility is like. A quick hop to windy shows us prevailing winds are mainly from the west. There's slight variation. It's blowing 10 kilometers an hour from the west right now, but on Saturday afternoon it looks like it could peak at about 50 kilometers an hour. So there could be movement eastward in front of these fire zones. Northeast of Prince George, there's still 3 fires burning up in there. They're fairly significant, one in the valley just to the east of German Landing, and this is to the west of Williston Lake. These fires have been going for several days, and we're watching them. They're fires of note, and check it out on BC Wildfire if you're in that area. We're looking at the northern part of the province. This is north of Highway 16, north of Prince George, and there are a few more hot spots. We're looking at the data collected just for today, multiple infrared systems. In the south, there isn't as many new hotspots, and they're kind of contained within areas already established. However, that band of lightning went through today, right through the center into the South Caribou, so be on the watch for spot fires, plumes of smoke. And there is a lot of smoke. In the South Caribou, in the Okanagan, it's going to be sinking into low-lying areas in the valleys, and then up north around Prince George, it's all moving from the west to the east, and then it kind of pushes up to the northeast into Alberta. I'm going to a screen that shows the province just before the MODIS system updated, and here we can see on a dark background that there are hotspots that are new for today, but again, most of those in the southern half of the province happened within existing fire perimeters. If we look further south, we can see there's a lot of activity in the southeast corner of Washington State. There's 3 fires in Oregon indicated, and over in Idaho in the northern part, there's a lot of concentration of infrared in that area. Very busy, very active zone. For the people in Montana, it looks like most of the fires are in the southern portion of the state. The heaviest activity is to the west, close to the Idaho border. Let's zoom in to the northwest portion of Washington State, and we can see south of White Rock, south of Vancouver, there are 2 hotspots indicated there. I don't know if they're active fire zones, but we can see there are a couple of new generated infrared, and that's going to add to the atmospheric conditions moving eastwards. And even if you're not in a fire zone, go to the FIRMS, the Fire Information Resource for Management System. The link is below, and you'll be able to scroll through some of the different satellite systems and pick up where smoke is coming from and where some of this haze might be originating. We've moved back to the windy screen. We're looking at an area just to the west of 100 Mile House, and I want to show you this curious weather pattern, the wind coming from all directions. If you're north of 100 Mile, it's coming from the north. If you're south of 100 Mile, it's coming from the south, and any point west, it's coming from the west, and of course it's blowing directly at 100 Mile House from the east. So in the center, 0 kilometers an hour. The wind direction is going to be very location dependent. It's going to change, and where you get rain or precipitation is going to be different even a few kilometers away. It looks like some clouds and precipitation in the late afternoons. The prevalent wind is coming from the west, but again, it's going to vary. And watch for those wind gusts in the late afternoon, over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Just consider where fire zones are and where you are in relation to them. Despite the lightning, things are remaining reasonably calm. Thank you very much to the wildfire crews out there who are jumping on it when these spot fires pop up. However, we are in the thick of wildfire season, so please be safe out there, keep your nose to the breeze, and thank you very much for watching.